Hello everyone, I am Sangeeta. Welcome back to my channel Green Fingers. Dracaena Surculosa is the plant that we are going to talk about today. It is from the family of Dracaenas. You can see there are so many Dracaenas here, but this particular plant looks so different from other Dracaenas. For instance, many of us will understand and might think that this is not a Dracaena, rather this is a bamboo. This plant is also called as Japanese bamboo because of this reason. It looks like a bamboo, but it is not a bamboo, it is a Dracaena. It is a very slow growing plant. It takes a lot of time for this plant to reach to this height. This plant is somewhere around 6 feet tall, and it must have taken 3 to 4 years for this plant to reach this height. That's why I said this plant is a very slow growing plant. And that is one reason that this plant is loved as an indoor plant. People love to keep it in offices and in huge hall. When the plant grows to a height, it gives a different look to the room. So this is preferred by many people as an indoor plant. And this beautiful variegation on these leaves, it's also called as Dracaena gold dust because of this golden and yellow color on these leaves gives this plant a very unique and a stunning look. So that is about this plant. And when you see this plant, it is often confused to a bamboo because of its shoot. Just look at these shoots. It looks like a bamboo shoot basically, and when it comes like a cone, an ice cream cone. Just see, that is how these leaves come out. It looks like a cone. Just see this here, this leaf, it looks like a cone. So that is also a very beautiful thing. It opens up like that, like a bamboo shoot, and that is the reason why many people think that it is a bamboo, but it is not. It is a Dracaena. And this plant occasionally flowers, and I've been lucky it flowered. It bloomed once and it has got small berries on it. I don't know where the berries are there. Yes, it is here. 1 or 2 berries are here. You can see the berries. See, it blooms and these berries also come in this plant. It takes a while for these plants to flower. It takes some years. But once in a while it blooms. It's not a very beautiful flower or anything. It's almost the same color like this variegation. It's this golden color. It's just a small flower, but it does bloom. And when we talk about this plant, how do you prune this plant? It is very easy. If you do not want this kind of a height for this plant, you can always prune it. Just cut wherever you want, what height you want, you can just cut the plant there, and that is it. It doesn't require any particular kind of care as such. You just prune it, and the way in which you want the plant short and bushy, you can do that. You want the plant to grow taller, that is what I have done. I have given it a little support. I have given bamboo twigs as the support for this, so that it doesn't topple, and that's how I have kept the plant a little tall. If I want, I can just trim it here and it will come like a bush. So that way there are 2 ways of keeping it. Both looks very beautiful. Dracaenas, as you all know, is a tropical plant and it requires low to medium sunlight. So that's why I said it's a very good indoor plant. And many of these Dracaenas have got very colorful leaves, and all these plants can be used as indoor plants because the lighting that it requires is filtered lighting. So it is a very good indoor plant, and it is a very good air purifying plant also. So you can keep these plants in your bedrooms or in your office. So that way this is preferred by many as indoor plant. Comment that I'm going to read is from Sheila Amrit. She has commented under the Anthurium magnificum video. She says, "Madam, your videos are wonderful to watch and your plant collections are great. Your father must be so pleased to see how well you take care of your plants you inherited. Looking forward for a lot of videos." Yes, I too hope that he is seeing from somewhere above and he is feeling happy about it. Thank you for your lovely comment. And if you see this plant, the leaves turning yellow, like 1 or 2 leaves turning yellow is not a problem. That keeps happening. That's how when the plant grows, the older leaves will shed, but that's okay. But other than that, if the leaves are rapidly turning yellow or if it's drooping, that can be because of 2 reasons. One is heat. If it is very hot, the temperature is very hot, then and the water supply is not adequate, that is when the leaves can turn yellow and it can droop. And the other thing is if there is water logging in the pot. If water logs, then again the plant will shed its leaves. So when you see these leaves turning yellow or shedding, check the medium, whether medium is okay, whether the pot is drainage is okay. And the other thing is increase humidity. If humidity is less also, the leaves will turn yellow. When you plant a Dracaena, the medium that you have to use for a Dracaena is a very simple regular medium which contain coco peat, river sand, cow dung manure or any other natural manure. That is good enough medium for your Dracaena plant. When you propagate Dracaena, you can this particular Dracaena, you can just cut the stem. You just cut it and you can just pot it. It takes around 1 month for it to develop its roots. Just wait for almost 3 weeks to 1 month's time. You will see the plant has got attached to the soil, to the medium, and it is very easy to propagate this particular Dracaena. When you buy a Dracaena, you make sure that you don't repot it immediately. Let the plant adapt to your environment, to the new surroundings. Let it sit there for a while, let it adapt to that surrounding, and then you give it some time and wait for 1 to 2 months and then you repot it. That's a very important thing with Dracaena. What we normally do is we bring the plant from a nursery, we will change from the nursery pot to our pot immediately. In Dracaenas, I've always noticed that don't do that. That will cause the plant to shed a lot of leaves, and the look of the plant also will go because of that. So what you have to do is you wait for a while and then you can repot it. The beauty of this particular plant lies in this beautiful foliage, this color, this variegation. This plant has got a very light green. There's one more Dracaena that I have, a Japanese bamboo. That is a darker shade. It's a darker green, but it has got these yellow spots on it. That's also a very beautiful plant. It's the same plant, but it's 2 different variegations, 2 different colors. Change this pot only when you feel that the pot is root bound. That is a time when you have to change it. This plant will live in this pot for 2 to 3 years. If you find the plant is root bound, then you can repot it. When it comes to fertilizers, Dracaena doesn't require so much of fertilizing. Just fertilize it 4 to 5 times in a year and that's more than enough. You can just spray fertilize it or you can use an organic fertilizer. The next comment is from Vidya Hegde. She has written under the video New Blooms. She says, "Orchid boon was really a boon for my orchids. Within 3 weeks, I could see the difference in growth as well as flowering." Thank you so much. Thank you, Vidya, for your lovely comment. When you water Dracaena, you have to be careful that the top layer of the soil has to dry out completely. make sure that the water dries, and when the water dries, you water it again. You can water it as you can treat it like any other tropical plant. Water it regularly during summers, and during spring season you can just check whether the medium is dry. Whenever the medium is dry, at that time you can water your Dracaena. When you keep this plant indoor, you have to keep one thing in your mind, that if your room is very dark, if there is no sunlight passing through any window or anything close by, then you have to keep this plant, you have to shift this plant outdoor for at least 2 days in a week. Because even though this plant doesn't require direct sunlight, some amount of light, medium to low light, is required for the plant. So you have to shift it outdoors for at least 2 days in a week. Please remember that. And this plant, as I told you, is loved by all of us because of this beautiful foliage and this beautiful color. And that's about this Japanese bamboo. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed making it for you. If I can have green fingers, you can have them too. Learn something today and prove me right. Bye bye. See you in the next video.